You're running in the Boston Marathon when the brown gravy squirts settle in from your protein shake. Welcome to the Sidebar. I'm Sebastian Morales, filling in for Clint Myers-Novak, who's currently home battling tuberculosis, which is the name of his pet mountain lion. Card Player Magazine is a print and online publication covering poker strategy, poker news, online and casino poker, and poker legislation. Today we're joined by Simmons, with a J, and female, whose article, Fake and Bank, Maintaining a Successful Poker Face Online, is in its second issue of Contribution. Jean, welcome to the Sidebar.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, Jean, you're from Jersey City.
Yes.
New Jersey, as a state, seems to get a bad rap. If you can just quickly defend New Jersey. Defend New Jersey in terms of poker. What does poker bring to New Jersey?
Well, I'll tell you what it doesn't bring. It doesn't bring gym tan laundry. None of that going on in poker. Poker players from the Jersey, coming into Jersey, onlining with other folks from the Jersey, you know?
And you're primarily an online poker player, but you're based out of New Jersey?
Correct.
Now, why don't you describe your article a little bit? Your article, you're maintaining a successful poker face. Now, I can't see you. I'm here in one studio and you're in another. Do you have a poker face right now? And if so, what do you call it?
Did you feel that?
I felt a little something.
Right. So that long silence, that's my poker face. And that's part of what you'll get from reading the article.
And what do you call that?
It's called long silence.
Long silence, and you're a big Pootie Tang fan. Now, you're known for having 30, 40 belts. You're essentially the Mel DeMarcos of belts. Tell me, what's your most recent poker belt? One, the belt that you've won, and two, the belt that you wear away from the table.
Probably the one I'm most proud of is my Wang Chung belt.
And how did you get that belt?
Well, by utilizing the strategies that I described in my article, by using a lot of vim, vigor, moxie even.
And did you pay for this belt, or did you win this belt?
Oh, I won it. I won it.
But not in poker competition. Was it on the street? Was it in a back alley dice game?
Yeah, correct. This is pre.
Oh, so this is
pre-online poker.
Okay.
This was actually not in New Jersey, but in New York's very famous Chinatown. I don't know if your listeners are familiar.
Oh, they're familiar.
With New York.
Oh, very well.
Or
very
Chinese people or their towns that they live in outside of China.
Oh, you're saying so there's an actual town inside of Chinatown. Do they have lawns?
You know, there's a lot of garbage on the streets. So I feel like those are their lawns.
You know, our beloved...
A lot of ducks hanging in the windows. They're dead. They're dead ducks. But they hang there.
Well, it's funny you mentioned dead ducks because our beloved researcher, the Internati Harper, just showed me a picture of a dead duck, and now she's crying. Thank you, Addie.
All right.
Getting back to your belts, though, you consider yourself a high roller. Let's concentrate on the poker belts. Now, you were just in the World Series of Poker this year. Tell us how you made it to the final table. What place did you come in?
Well, I came in 99th, but I'm proud of it. You know, once you break the 3 digits, that's how you know you're on your way to number 1.
And by 3 digits, you mean your pinky, your middle finger, and your ring finger.
Correct. I can see that you've played some real life poker.
I've played a game or two in my time.
Or I can tell that you're missing 2 fingers.
Oh, well, I'm actually just holding a piece of paper. I don't know if you can perceive, entire objects from across the country. You seems like you do. If anybody could, I think you could.
Sometimes.
Well, tell us though. You're in the World Series of Poker, right? Let me set it up for you because you covered this in your article. And really, what I want to touch upon is now you're mostly an online poker player, but you decided to come out of your shell, and you were in Las Vegas. You were playing the final hand, right? Because you didn't want to finish outside of the top 100, and you finished 99th.
Correct.
Now, you're playing Doyle Dingleberry, right? He flopped the nuts. Go.
Well, I mean, it's hard to talk about without getting a little emotional. Every time someone flops their nuts, it just really shakes my baby, you know what I mean? Yeah, if we could just like skip over that question because it just really gets my goat, you know what I mean?
That's fine. We can talk about
When
shaking babies.
Yeah, when they do that with their nuts, it just really, it's like a PTSD type thing. So I would just rather not, you know? I mean, I'm wearing sunglasses. You can't see that I am, but I need you to know that I am.
Well, tell me about the online poker players' effect on live poker. Now, what did you bring to the table that the other players don't have? You're known for your superstitions.
Sure. I mean, mainly my extreme femininity. I don't know if you can feel that.
Now, you're known for exuding your femininity. Now,
Yeah.
specifically, tell us your top 2 ways, because you covered this in your article, that you exude femininity.
Yeah. It's femininity.
You know, when I was a young boy in Chile, if you made any facial expression, the dogs would urinate on your straw bed. Then you'd have to sleep out in the fields. Now, you're known for being a table urinator. A superstition is you try to lean it to the right, but sometimes it goes to the left, and you blame that for, I don't know, shaving the blind, or you're basically bouncing yourself out of a tournament prematurely. Now, what do you consider your all-time worst beat?
Well, first of all, it's very interesting that you grew up in Africa. I didn't know that about you. Secondly, what was the question again? My beat?
Your all-time worst beat. No.
My worst beat? My beat down?
My
beat up.
Beat down, beat up, beat sideways, beat, underbeat, overbeat, beat street, whatever beat you want to really label it.
I just get confused sometimes because sometimes you see the thing is that poker terms mirror a lot of sexual terminology, you know? And as you mentioned, exude my femininity as a way of, as an offense to other poker players.
Well, tell us about the turkey drumstick.
I'm confused. The turkey drumstick, I mean, my dad taught me that, so that's that really just, that really it makes me feel, connected to my lineage, and to my father, who's since passed away. So every time I turkey leg, I'm really turkey legging for him. And what that move is, it's in it kind of comes into play, when someone's trying to intimidate you, on the green, as we say, on the table.
You mean like a gobble?
Yeah.
How do you integrate that with the Texas drop down?
Well, what you
is that off the menu?
No, drop down's never off the menu, if you know what I mean.
I don't actually.
Well, if you don't know, then I'm gonna tell you.
That's why I'm
telling you that it's not off the table. I know it sounds like I'm from the South, but trust me when I say I'm not.
You're from Jersey.
I'm from Jersey.
There's no mistaking that.
There is no mistaking that. Why don't I have a Jersey accent? Because I'm not trash.
That's true. Just because you live next to trash doesn't mean you are trash.
100%. Like, just because I don't live in Chinatown doesn't mean I'm not Chinese.
It's true. You are not Chinese. You actually have a tattoo that says not Chinese. It seemed a little overkill just for one comment, but you have it. And you're known for it. And you use it when you play poker, and you use it.
I didn't know that was public knowledge. I keep it well hidden.
It's
in
sort
a
of
crevice. It's in a crevice.
It is, but it's below your chin. So really, anytime you're looking up, you can really see it unless you're wearing a scarf. Now, you consider a scarf part of your belt collection. You actually wear belts
it's not
as
a scarf.
scarves.
It's actually
It's a soft
condition. I have a lot of chest hair.
And what material is the scarf made of to cover the chest? You actually have a scarf made of chest hair.
I'm sorry that I brought that up. And
No,
I just want to clarify about my accent. It came from, have you ever heard of, there's a prestigious academy in the South called the University of Phoenix in Arizona. Do you know about that?
I do.
Okay. Well, there you go. Mystery solved.
I
Check
once
that out.
tried to order a mail order bride through the University of Phoenix.
How'd that work out for you?
I lost a lot of money.
All right. Well, you start reading articles like mine, playing online poker, and get that back.
You know, I actually have read your article, and I have been winning, and I want to ask you...
Yeah. I'm asexual, by the way, so I'm not really...
Strategy.
I can't really relate to the online bride thing, but that's interesting, that you brought that up.
Well, we can get into families off the record. I think it's common knowledge that each member of my family died an individual horrible death, and I still seek vengeance, but I'm not quite there yet.
So you're like the Crow, but you never died.
Something like that, yes.
Do you have a young white girl as a sidekick helping you see what the villains are up to? That was my favorite part.
I'm getting there. Right now I actually have an upside down yarmulke filled with oatmeal.
Oh.
And I sleep with that on my bedside.
I didn't realize you were of the Jewish tradition.
Oh, I'm not. No, I'm from Chile.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Doesn't mean a young boy can't dream.
Happy, Kwanzaa in a few months here.
Oh, well, to everybody out there, our beloved researcher, the Internati Harper, celebrates Kwanzaa. She actually has a angry mob story that she doesn't want me to bring up. But hey, Addie, I'm the one behind the mic, and you're the one working for college credit. So, Gene, with the J.
That's me.
Do you ever get mistaken for the Gene Simmons?
I don't know who that is.
He is one of the founding members of the band Kiss, pretty big in the 70s.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to listen to a lot of music growing up, so...
But you know about the body paint, and you live stream some of your poker playing when you're playing at home, and you actually wear...
Hold on, I need to feed my cats. Can we pause for just a moment?
Sure.
Bacon, come here. It's time to eat bacon.
Addie, get over here.
All right.
Addie, get over here.
All right.
Why didn't you tell me she had cats, you motherfucker?
All right. Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Hey, I'm back.
Yes.
Just needed to feed my cat bacon. She's precious.
Now, what we were talking about was the Kiss body paint that you wear when you're playing online poker tournaments. Now, you have a makeup artist, you have a stylist, you have a whole team that comes over every day. Do they come over? Do they live with you? How did that start?
Well, as you know, I was on and off the in-person, poker circuit, and then I started mainly on online pokering. Pokin for short, online pokin. So when people started seeing me in person again, they felt obligated to, reach out to me, let me know that they could help me win by changing my physical appearance. And so I was, anything, if you want to be a winner, you gotta.
You have to wear dinner.
You gotta.
You wrote it. Your words, not mine.
Now I know that you read the article. That's fantastic.
And do you
That's-
stream? And you
thank
stream
you.
your poker playing, right? And people,
Yeah,
people
just
can
like my pee. Stream it.
I mean, people can log in, and for a fee, they can watch you play online poker.
Exactly. So that ties back
As
into
Gene
my
Simmons.
team, who's helping me articulate and represent my my feminine prowess
No, every
from my appearance, which they help me with.
and every Gene Simmons has an Ace Frehley. Who's your Ace Frehley?
What does Ace Frehley do?
Ace
for
Frehley is
the
another
other
member of.
Gene?
He's another member of the band, and I think
Okay.
he's more of Gene's
I know
sidekick.
an IP Frehley, but I don't know any Ace.
Ha ha. Oh, wait. Ha ha. Okay,
Or is that a laugh? I don't know.
that's about
Okay.
the highest decibel that I go.
All right.
So,
Rock and roll.
poker on you. Now, tell us about when you're not making your poker face. What other faces do you make? What situations? Let's say, hypothetical, you're out waiting for the bus. You're in New York City. You're in Chinatown. The bus drives right past your bus, doesn't stop, splashes you with a puddle. What's your puddle face?
Is there some kind of advertisement on that bus?
Let's say it's for Monostat 7.
Yeah, I've had to buy that before. Yeah, it's probably looks like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you feel that?
No, I can't.
Okay.
Now, another scenario, hypothetical. You ordered takeout.
Yeah.
The delivery driver, the delivery man, woman, they drop the food
It's
off.
very progressive of you.
We're a very progressive network here.
That's great.
They drop.
Is this going to be on NPR or is this just?
No, this is the sidebar. We're better than the NPR in every way.
Okay. Great.
Never forget that.
I certainly won't.
We'll send you a flyer. Now, the delivery man drops the food off at your apartment. You don't check it.
Oh.
He leaves. You tip him well. You look inside. You ordered Thai food. Guess what? It's Mexican. DoorDash let you down. Show me your let down DoorDash face.
I mean, now you're talking about me when I'm hungry, and that's just not cool. You shouldn't do that to someone. I paid for that fair and square.
Make the face quick, and we can.
It's this one.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
I heard that one.
Did you hear the change?
I heard everything.
It's like a major to minor chord. You know what I'm
Chin
talking
tie.
about?
Chin to eyebrows.
That's right.
Now,
I don't have eyebrows, but yeah, that's where they would be.
that's true.
correct.
That's true. If you can't emote expression, they can't read your face, and that is the ultimate strategy in poker.
Yeah.
That very few adopt because they don't have the follow through that you do. Now, last hypothetical, you're
Yes.
down in Tennessee, you're at a whiskey factory, and there's an open barrel that you can take pictures with, but you crawl into the barrel, and your significant other takes a picture.
What's a significant other?
The person holding the camera,
Okay.
they take the picture. Show me your Niagara Falls face. Right over the waterfall.
Well, Niagara Falls,
Wee.
that reminds me of nipples for some reason. I don't
Okay,
know.
nipples out over the waterfall.
So there it
Show me
is.
that face. Not to be so demanding.
I just started drooling a little bit. You're going to have to excuse me for a moment.
Oh, take your time. This
That was an intense,
this
that was
isn't
an intense
this isn't
feeling.
live. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Now, our beloved researcher, the Internati Harper, has just handed me a legal pad, even though I told her I like marble notebooks. She wants me to bring up a strategy, poker strategy, pertaining to your article. Now, if you're using your poker face, whether it's your Niagara Falls face or your wet puddle face, how is that implemented? Do you think about the face before you sit down, or does it come naturally? Or really, I think if I had to boil it down, how does Gene Simmons wear her face?
Well, I like to, I think about Lady Gaga
Always.
and what she would do
Always.
in that situation.
playing poker.
That's right.
Have you played poker with Lady Gaga?
I have not had the pleasure of meeting him.
Does they play poker?
I don't know. But I mean, she wrote a very famous song about it that I discovered when I, was allowed as an adult, as a free agent of adulthood.
No, funny story.
To engage with music.
A funny story I have about that same song.
Mm-hmm.
In my iTunes library, it was actually spelled with the face in all caps. So I thought it was poker face, but it wasn't. It was poker face.
Well,
big difference.
Yeah, there's a huge difference, and she would tell you that. Yeah,
because
I
thought she
the
just had
closest I've come has been
face.
some fan mail that I actually received from Miss Gaga.
You know, one of my favorite things is just opening letters.
Really?
I don't.
This was
just
more
envelopes.
in the way of an email.
Oh.
She's not a snail mail type of gal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Now you got so she sent you a fan mail.
Hold on.
Email.
If you just give me a minute, I gotta spit.
Addie.
All right, thank you. I'm back.
Fan mail, email.
Yeah, I think
What
she
did it
even
say?
typed it with her real fingernails.
Well, she's notorious nose writer.
Oh.
Right, she doesn't like anything to touch her hands besides grapefruits.
Oh. I don't know.
Now, I don't know if grapefruit is a euphemism for anything. I haven't had her on the show. Maybe we'll get her one day. We have you on the show, and you're the closest thing. So,
I am.
one,
That's true.
was it legible?
Well, it was typed, so yes. I don't want to offend anyone who is illiterate and may be listening, but I am not illiterate. So I was very much able to read her text email.
Do you have a different male face? Do you have a physical male face and an electronic male face?
Well, I mean, sure. I think everybody does, because you get a different feeling. Let's say you order something off the Amazon and you get a physical package. It's always, in the back of your mind, because more likely or not, you're a Prime member and you get it, 1 day Prime. So you know that you just ordered something. So it's not that big of a shock. But I like to pretend. That I didn't order anything and that is a surprise. And it's like, Christmas I never had. I never got gifts as a child. So I give them to myself as an adult and I get the package and I get excited and then I open the package and then I pretend I didn't even know. And I'm like, who is this from? Oh, it's from me. Oh my God, I'm so good at poker. I bought myself this package. So it's kind of like that.
And I don't mean to keep going back to the well, and I would be remiss if I didn't bring it up. Tell me about your whipping belt.
Oh, yeah. Well, my lawyers have actually asked me to not disclose any information related to that or its activities, although I will state for the record that all whipping belt activities in which I've engaged with other individuals has been completely consensual.
Now, what about your whipping boots?
I don't know why you're saying it like that, but
That's how it's written.
I mean, again, I'm not trying to offend you or any of your listeners, but that's not how to pronounce the word.
Okay, fair enough. It's potato.
Sure.
Plantain, tomato. Now.
Okay.
Now, your face seems like it's in very good shape. Do you do any facial exercises?
A lot of this, a lot of, I don't know if you can feel it, and you really tighten it up.
Now, your cheeks are firm.
Which ones are we talking about?
Your facial cheeks.
Oh, sure, yes. I like to exercise.
How do you
all
exercise
of the
your cheeks? Do you do a top to bottom cheek exercise, or do you just focus on your facial cheeks?
They sell. There's a tiny weight that I put on my bottom jaw, and then I just do. It's like that. It's like a lift.
It's cheek weight.
Mhm.
Is it a shake weight for your cheek?
Oh, I don't know. No, there's no shaking involved.
Well,
just lifting.
Now, what about your upper lip? It's very strong.
Yes.
How do you work that up?
I don't. I'm half German.
Now, you're known for being a master poker player, but you're also good at other card games.
Mm-hmm.
You're a professionally ranked Go Fish player.
Yeah. Yeah, in that game, I'm a great masturbator.
And which card is that?
Not like bait, like fishing. But anyway, I'm good at that game. I mean, mainly play with adults that are intoxicated, so it's pretty, like fish in a barrel. You know what I mean?
You're laughing. you're laughing, not choking, correct?
Pardon? Oh yeah, that was
Okay.
laughter.
Okay. Excellent.
That's right.
Excellent. That's
I
what
was
I thought.
having a moment of enjoyment.
Sheer bliss.
Yes.
Old maid.
Am I an old maid, or is that?
You are a ranked old maid
the game.
card player.
Yeah.
You play from home.
Yes.
Does it get lonely?
Well, that's the trick, right? Is like they see the old lady on the card decks, and
Well,
they're like, "Oh, she's probably an old lady. She don't have nobody." And I mean that's accurate, but the twist is, right, that I do look like that lady. So they think I'm a lady that is that woman that doesn't look like that woman. Like I'm pretending, but I am that woman.
And you play old maid. You're known for bringing your own rocking chair to the casino.
That's true.
And what's the name?
In life, that's right.
What's the name of your trusty rocking chair?
Old Swifty.
And old Swifty's been around for how many generations in your family?
So long.
And am I correct to say that every relative over the age of 85 has died at the hands of old Swifty?
That's still being investigated, so I'm not at liberty to say.
Now, old Swifty, you recently did a cross-country trip with old Swifty.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that a little bit, if you can. Your Instagram, a pretty amazing microcosm of America, middle America, Trump's America.
Oh, yeah.
And you seem at ease the whole time. I guess you're not at the age yet. Old Swifty hasn't turned.
Well, it's not so much that. It's about, I just feel comfortable in, knowing the apocalypse is nigh. It's coming.
Well, tell me about the emulators. Tell me about the other poker players that are copying you, and they're bringing their own rocking chairs to the game. They're bringing their own chairs to the game, not necessarily a rocking chair.
Yeah.
Just last week, I was at Binion's, and I saw somebody playing Baccarat in a Lazy Boy.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
What's that about?
No, I don't know. That's a real...
Well, you must have an opinion. Now, you recently got into a...
pickle.
Well, tell me about... No,
He's a real potato head.
You're underplaying this because you actually...
He's a real red wagon with wings. You know what I'm saying?
I do, Farfig Nugan.
I don't know what that one is.
It's like Three Musketeers bar without the chocolate.
Oh. All right.
Just exposed to the elements.
Yeah, I try to keep off chocolate because diabetes runs in my family. So.
Well, the Morales family had a sweet tooth until they were brutally murdered.
Yeah.
Now, you recently fought another poker player because their chair was rubbing up on your old Swifty.
That's true.
Who won that fight?
Who do you think?
I think Katie Tipperary gave you a run for her money.
Might have to end this interview early if that's your opinion, sir, because that's incorrect.
Well, she recently gave an interview saying that she will just do the opposite of Gene Simmons in every way. Gene Simmons wants to shave.
That's why she's a loser. Yeah.
Now, she has one massively thick eyebrow. You have no eyebrows.
Right, but hers, it's two, but they're connected.
Isn't there enough to go around?
That's part of my strategy, not my heritage. Hers are part of her heritage. So that's a part that I'm not willing to attack another person for. If that's just your culture, then, eyebrow it up. That's what my mom always used to say.
And for a famous poker player, you're famously in debt. You're tragically poor.
That's one way to put it.
The name of your article for this month was Tragically Poor, under the heading of the actual article.
Yeah.
And 3,000 words on being tragically poor.
Yeah.
Are you looking for work outside of the poker table?
I mean,
I hear you recently took up dancing in some form.
yeah, I've always been a creative type. I like to show off, what the good,
With the good Lord.
I don't like to talk about him.
Well, you've been hanging around the beach a lot.
The beach? The peach pit, like 90210.
I don't know what that is.
I just got Netflix, so
Beverly Hills.
I'm catching up.
Is that our beloved researcher at the Cincinnati Harper just caught her finger in the stapler.
Oh.
And now she's crying. Even though I asked her what Beverly Hills 90210 is.
Oh. It's
I never got an answer.
It's an emotional show, so maybe she's, crying about that, but I don't know if you need to go investigate that.
Okay, who's Luke Berry?
He is just a handsome man on that show. He's a boyfriend. He's a lover. He's 50-year-old man trapped in a 17-year-old's body that looks like he's a 50-year-old man.
Rate his poker face, 1 to 10.
Rated?
Rated.
You know what? I'd give that man an 11. I'd give him an 11 any old day.
Gene Simmons,
Yeah.
Card Player Magazine.
That's right.
The article Fake and Bank, Maintaining a Successful Poker Face Online. Thank you so much for coming in.
You're welcome. It's been a real roller coaster here with you.
Coming up next week on the Sidebar, coffee makers. Should you let it finish dripping, or should you get right in there because you have someplace to go in the morning? I'm Sebastian Morales, saying see you on the flip side.